Hey everybody, I feel a rant coming on, so I thought I would just do it. It's like you have to be in a certain mood to do a video, I think, and when there's big energy around something, then it's like I have to take advantage of it while I can. Okay, so today's topic is being accused of pill shaming / people being defensive when you share your story / people not taking responsibility for their own emotions when you are just being yourself. So basically today I was at a little support group and on Zoom, and I was sharing my story, completely talking about my own experience. Talked about today where I went to take a bath, and I happened to be in Hot Springs, Arkansas, where they have these famous bathhouses and you get a private bath all to yourself. And I walked into the bathroom, I was fine. There's a little bath attendant lady, and she puts you in the bathtub and says, I'll come back and get you in 20 minutes from now, and I'll set a timer. And, you know, she leaves. I'm in the bathtub by myself. And then, of course, it was, like, a little too hot for me, and I didn't know that. And so, like, my heart was beating really fast. And then I was like, oh, my God, my heart is beating fast. Like, what does that mean? Am I going to, like, pass out in the tub? And am I going to die? Like, so I have bad anxiety, obviously, and medical trauma on top of that because, like, you were trying to not go to a hospital ever again. So I got kind of like nervous, and then my thoughts started, you know, snowballing. Then my pulse rate went up even higher, and then my anxiety got worse. And then I was like, Angie, just calm down. Like, you just took a bath last week. You're fine. Just calm down. And then next thing you know, my pulse rate is going even higher. And then I just totally panicked, and I was like, get out of the tub. And I jump out of the tub, and then my dog is going to come back here. Sorry. I get out of the tub, and when I got out of the tub, I felt really heavy because I've been suspended in mineral water for a freaking 10 minutes, you know? So then I started feeling like I was really going to pass out because now I just like jumped out of the tub too fast and the blood wasn't in my brain yet. And I was like, oh my God, what a nightmare. So I had originally told the lady I want to take a soak for 20 minutes and then I want to take a shower in the locker room. And now I'm telling her, I can't, I got to go. Like, no, I put my clothes on, I'm leaving. Hold on a second. My dog is just going to harass me the whole time. Hold on a minute. Sorry, guys. Come on. Get up. He wants to be with me all the time. Come on. Okay. Sorry. See, he's got to be always with me, especially around big emotion. Okay, and sorry for jiggling. God, this is the worst video ever on my whole channel. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm going to leave it alone. All right, so anyway, I completely panicked. I told the woman, get me out of here right now. And she, poor thing, she's like, honey, it's okay. I struggle with anxiety too. I've been dealing with this a lot lately. Did you just get yourself too hot? And I was like, yeah, I'm too hot. And it scared me, and I started feeling weird. And then she's like, it's okay. And I was like, can you just walk me out of here? So I like grabbed onto her shoulders, and she literally led me out. And then I was like, I'm okay, I promise. And I showed her, I shouldn't have done that. I showed her my pulse rate on my little bracelet thing that I have, this little Garmin. And it was 147, and she was like, wow. And I was like, okay, I gotta go. And I just like walked myself back to the RV, and I was thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna pass out in the street, and then the ambulance is gonna come get me, and then I'm gonna get a minister, you know, like totally freaked myself out. And then of course, right when I get in the RV, I'm totally fine. So anyway, I'm like telling you too many stories at the same time. So anyway, I told that story in the support group, and we were talking about emotions, and I was talking about how after using psych drugs for so long, you don't feel emotion. And when you don't feel emotion for a long time, and then you come off the meds, the pendulum swings the other direction, and then you feel everything way too much, and you can't regulate yourself because the meds freaking damaged you. So it's like you lost touch with your emotions. You just didn't care about anything. And I was speaking in the first person, so let me tell you how I said it. I was like, this is what I know. I was on meds for 13 years. I was on over 40 meds. I lost touch with my family relationships. I could care less about my personal hygiene. I didn't date or socialize, like maybe once a year or something, you know? Like I didn't even care if I had friends or not. I was like, that's how meds work. You just feel like you don't care about anything. You don't care about your problems or your emotions. You go to a funeral, you're like, I don't care, you know? That's what happened. And then I got off the meds, and now I have to feel everything way too much, except now my body's damaged and I can't process the emotions the correct way. So like, what normal people take for granted, like taking a freaking bath. Like I can't even take a bath like a normal person. You know what I mean? In a strange place. A year ago, there's no way in hell I would have walked in a place like that to take a bath. No way. Anyway, so I was telling my story and saying my experience, and this person was like, I don't think it's okay that you are telling people that they need to come off all their meds. I said, that is not what I said. I was sharing my own personal experience, talking in the first person. I ain't telling anybody to do anything. And then what else did they say? They said, if you have diabetes, you wouldn't tell your doctor you're not taking your diabetes medications. That's the stupidest argument I've ever heard. If you have diabetes, guess what? There's a blood glucose meter for you to tell you how much medication you need to take, right? Is there one of those for post-traumatic stress? Is there one of those for depression? How much depression are you experiencing? Okay, you need 4 milligrams for that. No, it doesn't exist, because we just tell our symptoms and they just throw shit at a wall and see what fits. Oh my God, the stupidity. And then, I'm an advocate for stigma. And I don't like it when people talk about meds, because meds work for a whole lot of people. You know what's stigmatized? You know what? Here it is. When you're on meds, see, now I'm getting loud. When you're on meds and then you have a diagnosable condition, or 4 or 5, okay, and the meds fucking hurt you and you can't take the meds anymore. And no matter what med you try, you get worse. That's stigmatizing. And then when you try to get off the meds and then you tell people, guess what? I'm off my meds. That's fucking stigma, bitch. Scott, see, now I'm real mad. And then here's the other problem with your emotions. You can't control your emotions, so you're like super rageful. But here, the emotion I'm feeling right now is absolutely appropriate, and it's not a mental illness. I'm upset because how dare you try to take away my experience? And how dare you have an uncomfortable feeling yourself, and instead of looking at that, you're going to deflect it and put it on me, like I'm doing something wrong. No, I'm sharing my story. Let's talk about the cognitive dissonance that you're experiencing. Oh my God. I'm ranting. Okay, and then here's my other problem, my last little thing I want to say. Wait, now I just lost it because my brain is like just pissed off, Like, your story is constantly being erased, okay? The narrative is take your meds, go to the doctor, talk to professionals. Anything you're feeling that's too big or too much. Oh, that was the other point they made. They made something like, it's not right when you're feeling depression to not take meds. Says who? Says who? So what, I'm not allowed to have feelings like when somebody dies and I cry about it? No, that's not appropriate. I need to go get meds for that. That's the stupidest message I've ever heard. Okay, yeah, now I remember. What a disempowering message that is. To tell people, and this was told to me, that you'll be on meds for the rest of your life. You have a chemical imbalance. There's something wrong with you. Your emotions are not right. You'll never finish school. You'll never have children. You'll take, here, take your meds. Are you off your meds? Are you not taking your meds? That's why you're feeling so crappy. Did you take your meds this morning? Oh my God. So excuse me for having an empowering message that, wow, I tried all the meds, because this is my message always. I tried all those meds. I thought those meds worked for me. They were working, and then they didn't. And then one day they didn't. And part of my recovery process from all the shit I went through was, let me see, who am I beneath the meds? Who is left? What part of this is me? What a part of this is side effects? What are my real symptoms? What's my baseline? That was the question that began my unraveling, my questioning of this whole system. Like, who am I? That's part of my recovery process. That's sacred to me. That's my individual recovery process, okay? That's what I wanted to do. My own decision to come off, to see what was beneath all of that, okay? So how dare you talk about my recovery process? Why don't you worry about your own, Oh my God, I'm so just over it. Okay, so how dare me for being like, I don't know, hope against all hope that me sharing my story could resonate with someone else that might say, oh my God, like, I don't feel good and I have really bad emotions and I can't tell what's me and what's not me. Oh, wow, that's a possibility. That person can actually come off their meds and that might actually help them, or maybe take a harm reduction approach that you take less, or maybe even to back up a few steps. Let me talk to my pharmacist and see if some of these meds could be affecting me wrong. Like, how dare me to like give you another avenue of recovery that you didn't think of, that is not put on the media, that's not talked about, that your doctor doesn't even give you that opportunity, because mine sure didn't. And I'll tell you what, speaking of that, nobody's taking your meds away. You can go to the emergency room right now and get Zoloft, get whatever the freak you want, Xanax, like go get it. Nobody's taking it from you. Nobody's prying it out of your hands. No, I'm not even suggesting that you stop taking it. You keep taking it. I'm not talking about you. That's the whole thing. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about me and my experience in my life and my recovery process. And guess what? I'm still not recovered, and I don't think I ever will be, and I don't want to be, because if I recovered, then this life-changing experience that happened to me, it would be like, oh, that didn't happen? That wouldn't be genuine. No, it happened. And, you know, I'm trying to integrate it into my life now and live my own life that's of purpose and consciousness, and like, it's my decision, my autonomous, like, I'm taking my autonomy back by saying this is the life that I choose to live from here for after. Whatever kind of word that is. Okay, anyway, sorry. Now I feel better. I feel really hot now because I just like, it's been brewing there for so long, but I get it. You know, it's not often, it's here and there. I got it at school one time because I was telling this girl about my experience, and she got defensive and was talking about, oh, how dare you? I was like, I don't want your Adderall. I'm not talking about Adderall. I'm talking about me and my life. So anyway, anybody else had experience like that, put it below. I hope I didn't scare anybody away, because that was kind of intense. I can be an intense person, but guess what? It's not a mental illness.